has an incredible story. She was the first Portuguese woman to summit Mount Everest.
But I wasn't even an athlete.
She broke 10 Guinness World Records.
Every time I look at my Guinness World Records, I feel like I'm a failure.
And no matter how hard it was, she never stopped.
Because I made a promise.
This is her incredible true story.
Hi Nars Daily, I'm Maria.
Maria came from nothing. When she was just a baby in Portugal, her mother couldn't take care of her. So a poor refugee woman with 6 kids of her own decided to save Maria.
She promised to take care of me, didn't matter how poor we were. Her motto was, who feeds 6, feeds 7.
Thanks to this promise, Maria had a chance at life. And after many years of hard work to get out of poverty, she got a job as a flight attendant. Suddenly, she had everything. She had money. She was traveling the world. She was even flying with the royal family in the UAE. But one layover in Bangladesh changed her life forever.
And I always thought I had grown in poverty, but I didn't know what poverty was until my childhood. Next to these kids, I'm a royal family compared to them.
She saw kids that slept in the street, kids working instead of learning to read and write. And she saw entire families living in homes built from garbage.
Slums of Bangladesh, your life is defined on the day you're born. You're a boy or you're a girl. If you're a boy, normally you go to school up to primary level if you're lucky. If you're a girl, if you're light tan, you will be forced to get married.
It's true. She even saw 10-year-old girls forced into marriage.
Sometimes it seems that in poverty, garbage has more value than the life of a young girl.
This broke her heart, but it also motivated her to help get these kids out of poverty. She brought them food and supplies, but most importantly, she tried to get them into school. Because for many people, education is the only ticket out of the slums.
When I went to Dhaka, when I met them, I had the vision, if someone gives them an education, they can go abroad, they can go to universities. And I knew it was possible because I had climbed out of poverty myself.
But soon that wasn't enough. They needed more.
We ran out of money and I had to figure it out.
And what was the quickest way to get money?
The quickest way to get money was to transform myself into an athlete so I could get athlete endorsements.
That's right. Maria had never run a mile in her life, but she decided to become a world champion athlete so she could get sponsorships. People thought she was crazy. They told her it was pointless. But that didn't stop her.
No one was born an athlete, so I decided I was going to transform myself into one.
She trained and transformed her body and her mind. See, for every kind of sport, you need to train specific muscles. You need to be a specific body weight, and you need to learn specific skills. Some people do this for one sport in their lifetime, and they practice for years. But she did it for many sports and then took on insane fitness challenges. She became the first Portuguese woman to trek to the North Pole, to the South Pole, and to summit Everest. She did 7 marathons in 7 days, many times, all around the world.
Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
She did 6 full Ironmans on 6 continents in 56 days. She taught herself how to swim and attempted to cross the English Channel.
I didn't know how to swim at that time, but again, Lorena, I don't know how to do a lot of things in my life. So I researched, I read books, I found myself a coach, I learned how to swim.
And she even broke 10 Guinness World Records just to help kids get into school.
So the deal was, I would go and break a Guinness World Record, I will go and get the money, and then before the school academic year ended, I will pay.
In 19 years, she helped over 600 children and families. Many of them went on to university and good careers.
My name is Chadni, 16 years old from Bangladesh. Today I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Maria, our mom. I would have been married and be a mother of honor to kids like my mother and grandmother. But I am here today going to school, and in future I will be a doctor.
আজকে আমি বাংলাদেশের একটা পাবলিক বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে পড়াশোনা করতে পারতেছি just because of Maria.
It's very impossible for our parents to get us admitted in school. So she helped to get us education with food, medical supports and all things.
Even today, Maria is training for her next challenge to climb K2.
These kids, they are the reason why I push myself to do things I never thought I was capable of.
But even though Maria is so successful, the road wasn't easy. She went into debt many times, and sometimes the sponsorship money didn't come through.
Every time I look at my Guinness World Records, I feel like I'm a failure because I have 10. But the goal was not to get to 10 Guinness World Records. The goal was to get the money that I needed to put the food on the table, to put a roof over their heads, and for the kids not to miss school.
But no matter how hard it got, Maria never gave up on her promise.
Thank you, Maria.
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 Maria's story is incredible, not just because of all the records. Maria's life was saved because a refugee made a promise to take care of her no matter what.
With hit 6, hit 7.
So when Maria grew up, she promised to do the same for hundreds of children.
How can I not do anything? How can I allow them to live in that despicable poverty? As a human being, I could not turn a blind eye.
This is the power of a single promise. It can save one life, and it can save hundreds.
My love, don't let go. Hold on to me.